Hi everyone, welcome to this session. At the end of the session, you will be able to know what is Apache Hadoop and what is the storage system of HDFS and processing system of MapReduce and history of Hadoop system. What is first of all Hadoop? As I discussed already, big data is huge volume of data are handled. So we need a proper storage system and processing system that is provided by the environment of Apache Hadoop. So Hadoop is an open source Java-based programming framework and mainly supports for storage as well as processing of extremely large data set in the distributed environment. So it's part of Apache project. That's why we are calling Apache Hadoop. So what is Hadoop framework? This mainly allows us to store and process the large data set in a parallel distributed manner. So we have two parts. One is storage, another one is processing. So for the storage, we are handling any kind of the data across the clusters. And MapReduce, so we are dealing with the parallel process of the data stored in the HDFS system. So what is the full form of HDFS? That is Hadoop distributed file system, and MapReduce from the Hadoop, the version second onwards, yet another resource negotiator that we can say YARN. So what is first of all the Hadoop? I have to say the thing is it's a distributed processing environment for handling the large volume of both the structured and unstructured data. So compared to the traditional processing system, it's handling very efficiently in the data warehouses process. So Hadoop is possible to run application on the systems of thousands of commodity hardware nodes and to handle thousands of terabytes of data. So organizations are adopting Hadoop because of its open source and can run on commodity hardware. So what is a commodity hardware? That is, you can run from your personal computer. You don't want to buy separately any hardware and other things for. So what is the, I have to say with the help of the restaurant system. So if you understand this restaurant analogy, so definitely you can able to understand what is the big data. So what is the first scenario? Okay, so that they are running the restaurants. Okay, it's not it's a small business. So he handled the process of the restaurants only 2 orders per hour. Okay, so it's easily manageable by the single cook. So what about the orders items in this food shelf? So he can take it from the food shelf and he can do the cooking process. Okay, this is like as a traditional data process. But he is planning to extend his business. Okay, so he's planning to extend his business for, I think instead of 2 order, so he is planning to extend maybe 10 customers, more than 10 customers that per order per hour. Okay, so what is the issues? So they are stuck in because all the chefs are maybe they're taking the foods from the same food shelf. It's creating the bottleneck problem because everybody assessing at the same time, it's making the collide. Okay, the same as traditional process. Whenever the data are huge size volume of data, it's not processed by the normal traditional processing system. So they plan for the better storage and processing the data with the help of Hadoop. So you understand, I think, single step, single storage, as I discussed the previous slide. So single, maybe the cook, a single food chef. It's easy for cooking for only 2 or 3 people. But if the order is increased, more number of people are coming. It's very difficult to handle by the single cook as well as single book that is shelf. Again, what is the again issues? So more number of chef people are there. Again, they are assessing the single food chef. Okay, this is the storage. For example, you can assumption of that. This is the storage. So every people access the data at the same time, it's creating the issues because everybody collide. So that problem we can say that is bottleneck problem. So to avoid this, they are planning for the another approach in the restaurant. So they planned to arrange the 4 shelf and 4 that is the junior chef and 2 senior chef. So whenever the senior chef has required something, maybe they need any item from the food chef, that time the junior chef will help them. Okay, so I will take the scenario of here. So we have categorized into 2 that is hierarchies. One is junior chef, another one is head chef. So they are planning to make the dish of meat sauce. So one junior chef is preparing the meat, another junior chef is preparing the sauce. So once they are making the thing is, they are agreed to both the meat and sauce together to the head chef. So now head chef will prepare the meat sauce after combining both the ingredients. Then finally it is delivered to the final order. So in this example, you understand, so how they divided. Okay, that is the work is divided and food shelf is managed by the, that how the junior chef. The similar concept we are making in the Hadoop system. Okay, that is HDFS, how we are distributing the data, working parallelly to getting the data and managing the storage with the help of HDFS and processing by the map reduce. Okay, shown here. So this is like I say food shelf. Okay, so how they are storing. So how it's parallelly assessing. Similarly, process the data. Suppose they are getting some ingredients. Similarly, they have to get some data from the storage environment with the help of MapReduce. Okay, so this is the head chef. This is the junior chef. Similarly, they are helping to retrieve the data from the storage environment. So what is the main part I have to say this? So Hadoop, the data stored in a distributed fashion. So distributed means the data is distributed in a 4 to 5 places, not in a single. So take these examples. So I have some data. So that I distributed in the 3 systems. Okay, so I have each system have the data as well as the copy of the data also. So that is, we can say replications. Okay, suppose the data, the first systems also, third systems also. So first system failed means I can get it from the third systems. So we can say that is fault tolerance. So we are handling at a time. Suppose I have to retrieve the data. So at a time I can take it from first system, second system and third system. That is the parallel. Parallelly I am taking. Okay, so first data is processed by the first slaves. And after that, whenever the store some intermediate result, I can get it and merged all the intermediate result together. So finally, I can send to the master systems. Okay, that is the concept behind of Hadoop. So we are using mainly for storage HDFS and processing by the MapReduce concept. So you have to understand one thing: the data are stored in the distributed fashions. Distributed means so single data are distributed to these 3 systems. Okay, single maybe the content distributed this 3 systems. So it will work on parallel. So what is the history from the big data? So started from 2002 to up to this. So this is the detailed diagram I given here. So first project of Hadoop that is started by the Tuck Cutting and Mickey Cafferilla in the 2002. So that is the work is Apache Nudge project. So this is what is they done? Building a search engine system. So mainly indexed 1 billion pages. So the systems maybe they developed instead of this big data. They spend a lot of for hardware, millions of dollars in hardware, approximately more than $30,000 approximately. It's very expensive. So that's why they're planning for to handle this the feasible solution to handle the single hardware. So they distributed into different systems and work on the parallel environment to handle the large data set with help of that big data. And similarly, 2003, so the architecture of Google, that is the GFS, Google File System published by the Google. So they are also having the large data sets. So to handle the best way of to getting the web crawling and interesting process with the help of big data. So almost they completed the half of solution to their problems with the help of this Hadoop structure. And 2004, they introduced the process of the big data. The concept is MapReduce. So this will help you for that is GFS and other whatever the previous I discussed the project of Mike Caffaria. So that techniques in the Apache Nudge project. And similarly, 2015 and nested models are developed to enhance their work on more 2006, 2007. So finally, the 2007 Yahoo tested the Hadoop on more than 1,000 nodes on the clusters. And similarly, 2009, they successed sort of petabytes of data handled the less than 17 hours of handling the billions of searching and indexing millions of web pages. And 2011, so they released the Apache version 1, and 2013 Apache version 2.06, and 2017 they released the third version. So in this lesson, you have learned about what is the Hadoop, what is the HDFS and MapReduce process. So you understand the storage and processing of the technique with the help of the restaurant examples. So now the question, what is Hadoop? So option is Hadoop, already I said, it's the distributed storage and mainly handling for the large data set. It's not a programming language, it's not a database, it's not a visualization tool. So what is the main advantage of using the Hadoop? So a lot of advantages are there. So mainly handling the unstructured data. Thank you.